So you want to draw characters with a level of realism that'll bring them to life, but anatomy is such a massive obstacle and it's getting in your way. So I want to share with you a method for mastering realistic anatomy that you can start utilizing today. And the secret is actually surprisingly simple. You want to utilize lighting. Use it as a tool to understand and master anatomy. And once you're able to leverage lighting as a tool to elevate your anatomy, you'll be able to draw characters more realistically like this. Now, if you're stuck, you're probably running into the same roadblock as myself and so many others. There was a time when I would do anatomy studies daily, filling up page after page within my sketchbook, only to make minimal progress, especially once I hit a plateau. This plateau that I hit could only be overcome by utilizing lighting. Now, what was this obstacle? Well, I was learning the muscle groups, but I had to figure out a way to bridge the gap between those anatomical drawings and drawing those same body parts in a way that had skin on top and looked realistic. And the most effective way for me to overcome this was by utilizing figure drawing, but more specifically, by zooming in on particular body parts and treating them as if they were longer figure drawings under optimal lighting. And this approach allowed me to bridge the gap between theory and reality, that being the theory of what you see in anatomy books to the reality of what you see in the observable world. Now let me walk you through step by step how to overcome this. Now, in order for you to utilize this approach, you have to first, at bare minimum, understand that forms have a light side that receives the most direct light, a shadow side that receives indirect light, a core shadow between the two sides that receives the least amount of lighting, and a cast shadow that is cast from the original form onto a new surface. Now, with that in mind, you want to learn how to utilize the silhouette of your subject, as well as the shadow shapes of your subject. Now, without that fundamental knowledge, I wouldn't be able to draw characters like what you see here. Now, if you don't want to miss those process videos, you should like and subscribe so you get notified, or they might already be out by the time you watch this video. But first, you want to stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to share with you how to unlock those skills that you need to draw realistic anatomy with optimal shading so you can draw characters like this. Plus, it's going to help you maximize your use of the guide that I've made for you below this video. It's going to accelerate your progress when it comes to drawing more realistic characters, so make sure you grab it on the way out. Now, with our basic understanding of light side and shadow side, we can gather the materials that we need to get this started. Now, we need our reference material, but there are two kinds of reference that we need. The first is a photo reference from life with optimal lighting. The lighting is most optimal for a beginner if you can clearly distinguish between the light side and the shadow side. If you have any trouble with this, look for that core shadow. The second reference you want is an anatomical breakdown from an anatomy book. That way you can see what's underneath the surface. Or if you're feeling fancy, you can get yourself something like one of these, which serves the same functional purpose. But again, if you're a beginner, you'll benefit from the added clarity of an anatomy book, and I've included a list of my personal recommendations in the guide below the video. Now that we've got the material that we need, we want to utilize a process that forces us to internalize what we're trying to learn with the anatomy. So pay close attention because I want to show you that process. Now, I'm going to share a few examples here. The first one is going to be an easier level, then the second one will be more intermediate, and then the third one will be a bit more advanced. You can see here that I'm blocking in the silhouette as well as indicating the shadow shapes, and I'm using the core shadows to help me do so. And this is where you start to see the benefits of using reference material that has optimal lighting. The thing about having a strong light source is that it's going to reveal the forms underneath the skin so you see the anatomy itself more clearly. A good example of this would be fitness photography, where you see them place the light source above the figures so that shadows are cast downward. That can really work well for things like the abs. So now that I have my light and shadow sides blocked in, I can then get more precise with the lighting. So it's an approach where I work from general to specific, starting with a vague representation of what I'm going for and getting more precise over time, making corrections where I see fit. Now, where most people fall short when it comes to anatomical studies is they limit themselves by sticking mainly to rough sketches or drawings that don't really push too far. Now, this approach is fine, but it's limited. When you give yourself enough time to bring your drawing to a more finished state, you get a much more intimate understanding of the material you're trying to learn about. So if you stop yourself at sketches, line work, or really rough shading, you're leaving a lot of progress on the table. You have to push yourself to produce finished drawings if you actually want to know what you're capable of. And this exercise is good because it allows you to go through that cycle many times by focusing on a smaller part of the figure rather than the whole thing. It removes the pressure of having to produce a well thought out, fully rendered pose or figure. That way you can focus purely on the academic benefits. And this approach is made possible when you have an understanding of lighting, which I've also broken down for you in the guide below this video. It's an essential component of drawing more realistically, otherwise you're just doing guesswork. Now here in this next example, again I am blocking in the silhouette as well as indicating the shadow shapes, mainly focusing on the core shadow. And when I do this, I try to zigzag my way from top to bottom. That way I can check my widths and measure them appropriately as I make my way down. Having that core shadow there also allows me to make more accurate measurements, especially when I'm going from left to right, because I can compare my widths more accurately. Now this example presents a different challenge from the previous one because the muscles of the forearm are more pronounced than before. Also, there are more pronounced veins in the arm. And that's why it helps to have your two references instead of just one. You have the realistic photo reference that gives you your main source to copy from. And then you've also got the anatomical breakdown from what is most likely your anatomy book, and that'll tell you what's going on beneath the surface. So if there's a shadow shape that you don't quite understand, you can always refer back to your anatomical breakdown to see if you can make sense of it. Now the challenge here is that muscles can actually change shape. They can become stretched or compressed or what have you, depending on their positioning. And this can create a disconnect between your photo reference and your anatomical breakdown if the poses don't match, which usually they don't. So it would be smart to study the different body parts as they behave in different positions. Much like what you see here, this entire page is full of arms in various positions. Now, it's extremely important to incorporate this sort of training because people will say dumb things these days, like how realism is supposedly dead, which could not be further from the truth. 9 times out of 10, the people who say things like that simply lack the drive and ambition to push their skills to that degree. And then they'll tell you why style is the only thing that you need. Now, not only is that extremely stupid, but every style is actually a deviation from reality. So by mastering reality through realism, you actually gain access to any style that you want. Whereas if you only stick to one style, you're only going to have access to that style and you're going to be mediocre at it. So you want to be wary of people who make excuses for not mastering a particular skill. I understand that creative types can get offended by that, but you gotta call a spade, and I'm not here to give you comforting lies. You're here because you want to be better, and I want to facilitate that growth in you. Now here's the more advanced example, and I call it more advanced because this arm is really veiny, which you'll see in a moment. In the early stage, it is business as usual. I'm blocking the silhouette as well as the shadow shapes while I focus mainly on the core shadow. I'm also using overlapping contour lines to get a bit more specific with the anatomy so you know which forms are above other forms. Now because these shadow shapes are on the left, I know that the light source is coming from the right, and I want to keep that in mind as I block in these veins. If you're not new here, then you may have heard me say this before, but it's not about drawing details. It's about letting those details reveal themselves to you as you draw the shadows. One way to look at it is there are larger shadows and there are smaller shadows. So at the beginning, you want to focus on the larger shadows. And then over time, you want to start blocking in the smaller shadows, which automatically reveals those details to you. So it isn't really too challenging to do this. I know that realism can be intimidating, but it's really just a matter of having a system that'll get you there reliably. And as I mentioned, the guide below this video will provide you with that system. All you have to do is take that next step and try it out yourself. And what you can also do is check out the video you see right here if you want to learn more ways to draw more realistic characters. You do not want to miss this, so go check it out.